If you click on this video, then you might want to know how to play Pavlov Shack, or just regularly Pavlov. I don't know what the differences are between Pavlov and Pavlov Shack, but I assume they're very similar. You come to the right place. So, first off, let's talk about what Pavlov is all about. Shooting people. Alright, let's grab a gun. So this is the AK-47. I'm going to teach you how to basically use a gun. So, take your dominant hand, grab it right here. For me, it's my right hand, because that's my dominant hand. Then, pull the trigger. Some guns, like the AK-47, require you to hold it with two hands, because if you hold it with just one, it makes it look really stupid. Let's say, for example, you want to reload. Just go ahead and grab the magazine, which is right here, with the non-dominant hand trigger button, and then just pull it out. Eat that out of existence. Go right about here with the trigger button. One of these will pop up. Just kind of shove it in there and cock the gun. I know it's a really weird term, but that's what it's called. Basically, want to grab it like right about here with the trigger, pull it back, and then forward. So that's basically how you shoot a gun in this game. A lot of guns are very similar. This one, for example, is not full auto. It is either burst or single fire. Change fire rate. Either press the A or the X button, depending on which one hand your dominant hand is. If it's your right, press A. If it's your left, press X. Sometimes you can pull out the mag without actually having to pull out the bag. Nope, this is not one of them. A pistol is a good example of this. Basically, every pistol, minus that one, you have to push the button in order to remove the bag. So that button is... So if I try to, like, for example, pull it out, nothing happens. So if I try to push the button, it just falls out. And then you just reload it like normal. Just kind of shove it in there. And if you have to cock a gun, just like that. Let's talk about the rocket launcher. Rocket launcher is kind of unique. I'm just going to move this back a bit. In that, it's a rocket launcher. In the main mode, there is no other explosive weapon at the moment. I think there might be a grenade launcher coming, but I don't know. For the rocket launcher, hold it like this, right here with your dominant hand. Non-dominant goes right here. They just changed that. It makes sense, but I hate it. So then you just pull the trigger and to fire the rocket. Then to reload, grab your rocket and just kind of shove it in the front. Just like that. If you want, you can fire like Soldier from TF2. Right in the middle of the screen. Let's go over a few different guns. This is an SMG. I don't know what kind it is specifically, but it's an SMG. For the SMGs, or at least most of them, you have to pull out for most magazines, you have to pull out the magazine with the trigger button, not pressing the button. Cock the gun, like that. They're all different. You probably figured it out. I did. This is a machine gun. Just like that. To reload it, it's a little bit complicated. So, first things first, I want to grab it right here, lift up, pull the mag out, put a new one in, grab it right about here with the trigger button. It'll go ahead and do that. It didn't used to do that. It was really annoying. Push down, cock the gun, and you're all set. Let's go ahead and try the semi-automatic gun. Notice how, if I try to push the button again, if I try to push the trigger again, it will not fire. This is because you have to do this. You're essentially reloading a new bullet into the barrel, because it can only fire one bullet at a time. To reload it, all I have to do is push the button, shove it back in there, and do that. I think if you don't push it down, it won't fire. Yeah, you have to push it down, otherwise it won't fire. Now, the other one, which I also hate, is this one. It's very similar to the last one. However, instead of pushing the button, you just kind of take the bullets, shove it in the top, and do that. Congratulations, you just reloaded again. Alright. Now is the big fun sniper. This sniper only has one bullet in the magazine. What does that mean? I just fired a gun. I just fired a bullet out of my gun. Now I have to reload it. Just like the other ones, grab your bullet, kind of shove it in there, push forward, and you're ready. Gonna have to reload it every time, which can be annoying. Alright. Any other guns I should talk about? Some guns only fire one at a time, not like the other ones. This one you have to pull it out. Then it's right there. I don't know what that sound is. If someone could tell me what that sound is, I would really love to know, because I don't. Yeah, anyway, shotguns. They're a bit different. Alright. This is a pump shotgun. What does that mean? Did you see what I did there? Let me show you again. Whenever I fire a bullet, this thing right here pulls back. Then you just have to push it forward. Once you hear that clicking noise, it's ready to fire again. To reload it, take your bullet, just kind of shove it in there. Just like that. You'll know it's full when it does this. It means you can't reload any more guns. I'm really tired. Bullets. Can't reload any more bullets. This one's a fully automatic shotgun, but you don't have to cock it every time. Instead, pull it out. I think you can. Yeah, you can. You can push the button too if you want. Kind of broken, but also kind of not. This is essentially just a single fire shotgun. You don't have to pump it every time. This thing used to come out. Oh, it does. I guess it does. Oh, press the trigger right here if you want this to come out. It does literally nothing, but I do it just because it's cool. Alright. Oh, this one's kind of weird. It's fully automatic. Just kind of grab it right there. And then just kind of shove it in there. There's where you cock it. Double barrel shotgun. Now, because it's a double barrel shotgun, it only has 2 bullets. So that means you have to reload it every time. Push the button. Tilt it downward. Let gravity do the work. Push them in. And then just kind of flick it upward. And you just reloaded the double barrel shotgun. Congratulations. It's a bit slower now because they added an actual animation. Didn't used to have that before. You used to just kind of plop into place. I like that better. Revolver. Kind of similar to the last one. Except you have to do that. Single bullet every time, just like the other one. And then just kind of flick it that way in order to push the ammo back. Now, when it comes to guns, I personally recommend when you're first starting out to use a gun with both your hands. Even if it's just a pistol. This helps to stable the gun a lot. It's not much, but it's noticeable. However, if you want to, you can dual wield, which is cool. And this also goes for every gun. I don't really recommend it for most rifles because recoil is pretty bad, but for some guns, when you fire them with one hand, they will drop from your hand. Just like that. I didn't drop it, it just does it. It also happens with the sniper. Anything else I should talk about? Attachments. You probably don't need to worry about that right away. You can experiment with that on your own. Grenades. They work very similar to grenades in real life. Pull the pin with the trigger. And just kind of throw it. Basically what I did is, it's the same for all the grenades. Basically, after I pulled the pin, I pulled the trigger on this hand right here, and I just kind of throw it. You can throw it like I did. You can throw it like that. throw it like that. You can throw it like that, however you want. It don't matter. Play the way you want. There's something else I thought of. Oh yeah, buying guns. Now, some guns in here, like for example the rocket launcher, you can't buy yet. But to buy weapons, push down the right stick, and this will pop up. So your rifles are right there. It just kind of appears in your hand. So if you buy multiple weapons, the new one will appear and the other one will drop. So just be mindful of that. You do that if you want. Mix and match. Just kind of showing you all the stuff. Upgrade, that is where your attachments are. Gear. Armor, which helps you live longer. That's an explosive grenade. That's a flash grenade. This is clippers. When you're playing Search and Destroy and you are on defense, you can buy this to essentially cut the wires on the bomb. There's also another way to do that. You just push the number that appears on the top left of the number screen. Like when you're looking at the bomb, there's going to be a screen on there with a countdown. Right there, top left, is going to be a number. Then you just push that number. I would recommend not holding a grip, not holding anything in your hand. Just use this finger and just kind of, All right. Well, I think that's everything I wanted to show you. So, you know what? Just really quickly, I'm going to show you the this. This is the shooting range. If you want to access the shooting range, when you first load in, this will appear right here. Go to training, shooting range, start. You can experiment with that later on your own if you want. There's a bunch of different modes where you can practice shooting short, long, distance, heavy. You can set the target to however far away you want it to be. Just like that. And I'm pretty sure that's everything. So, thanks for watching, I guess.